Hey everyone, it's the Financial Reboot Investment Team with your market wrap. So as we told you yesterday, first of all, welcome to everyone. It's 12/7/17 and this is the big show. Welcome. You can see, like we were talking about yesterday, we're a lot of developments on the show going on. So we're back on the software our preferred software where we have little cue cards and stuff. So you guys enjoy those. We're still working on the ambiance. We have some equipment coming in before the weekend, so we should have all that set up by Monday. Um, who knows? Maybe I'll even cut my hair. But it's kind of an interesting day today. Like I said, we're under construction right now, so please bear with us on this. We still got the anemia up and things like that, but we're working on all that. So you guys just keep tuning in because every day up until Monday, we're slowly adding some features for your guys' benefit, for your enjoyment. So we we got a commenter already. Look at it. Samuel Levitt, Bitcoin 16K. Yes, sir. Bitcoin was quite the show today. Let me pull up a chart here real quick. Now, one thing we're resolving with the software company for all you viewers out there is showing the charts on the screen and stuff. There's something going on with the software that it wasn't dealing with that very well. So we're fixing that. So today it's just going to be me. All right. Enjoy. So right now, Bitcoin's at 15.8. So that's kind of an interesting run, right? I think it went as high as 17,000 today. Yeah, we were kind of watching it in the morning, and then we just stopped watching it because it's just such a ride. We'll check it later. But you're right, Samuel. Bitcoin, man, it's the play right now. So we'll see how this turns out. But we're gonna talk about Bitcoin in a few minutes. So save your comments for that. Let's see here. Let's get started. Let's talk about the markets. The Dow was up 70 points today. The S&P 500 was up 7 points today, and the Nasdaq had another green day, breaking that losing streak that was really beating up the index the last few days. Facebook, especially, Facebook was up about almost $4 today. Just an amazing run. You see how the FANG stocks are, and that's why we tell you guys. Everybody always asks us about that. Hey, Samuel. Hey, Patrick. Hey, team. How come you guys aren't trading FANG stocks? Well, that's why. Because you've got to be very, very. They're very dangerous. I mean, in a heartbeat, Facebook can be down $8. It's in one turn. Yeah, 2 days ago, if you were listening to people talk about FANG stocks and technology, there was every excuse on the planet why these things weren't going to go back up, but they did. Um, and so if you were short in them, which we saw a lot of people on the message boards were short, man, you really got beat up today. So, the Nasdaq is really starting to show some life and just a lot of good things in the market today. Pretty rising tide floats all boat move. The transports, utilities, everything were up. Consumer products, one of the trades we're in right now, had a little rough day today, but we're way out on those January options, and we'll talk about those in just a second. But the big news today is right now Pelosi, Schumer, and Trump are in meetings over the potential government shutdown. Are we going to get a government shutdown? Who knows? Um, the way the last meeting went, right, with the empty chairs and the hurt feelings, everybody, oh, I didn't like the way Trump talked to me, so I'm not going to go save the country from a deficit, from a default. Keep it responsible there. And they say Trump is the immature one. Hey, let's welcome Joe Biggs. Joe Biggs, awesome. You are awesome, Joe Biggs. Joe Biggs, one of our regular viewers, man. Thank you, Joe Biggs, for tuning in again today, man. We really appreciate it. But let's get back to the talk. Um, it's hard to stop me once I get going. Ask Samuel. But so the big question, Bitcoin 20K. Look, 2 weeks ago we were sitting at about 10,000, right? 10,000. And people were like talking about 20K. There was actually some people that came out and said a million, some said 40K. Jamie Dimon, of course, was saying, "Get out! It's about to crash." I'm sure he's regretting that right now. But so the big question comes in, 20K, man. I mean, it's like one move away. You think about it. We went to sleep as the trading team in Honolulu yesterday. Went to sleep, right? And Bitcoin was, I think, what, maybe 12, 13. We woke up this morning, it was 16,000. That's a $3,000 move. Basically in a little over 24 hours. I mean, the 20K is right on the horizon. Will it get it? Is this the end? Is this the sell-off? Is this where that bubble that all these Wall Street guys keep calling for? I think Goldman Sachs just put out another bubble call, man. That's pretty interesting, right? And, so a big question: should you buy Bitcoin now? Well, we're still not buying Bitcoin. Like we said yesterday, we're finally able to set up a exchange-based wallet with Kraken, and we're ready to pull the trigger, but we're gonna wait till Sunday. Sunday, the big futures contract comes out, so we're gonna sit on this till Sunday. I know. Look, if we had just before the show yesterday bought it, we'd be up $3,000 a coin right now. Wow, that's absolutely amazing. But should you buy Bitcoin now? Well, I mean, if you agree with these people, like Samuel was kind enough to invite me to a webinar that was given by one of the big Bitcoin people, and he was talking about 40K by the end of next year. If you believe him and you agree with him, absolutely you should buy it. I mean, you can buy it at 15K right now, sit on it for 12 and a half months, and it'll basically triple. Man, that's with no work at all, right? Basically, you click a mouse right now, and then you go back in about 8, 12 months, and all of a sudden your money's just quadrupled, tripled. Who knows with Bitcoin? I mean, $1 million could happen. But we've, over the last 3 or 4 weeks, with Bitcoin really, really becoming uh, so popular and stuff, it really has taken the front of the news cycle and stuff with financial instruments. We we've been really studying it, so we're about to put out a report, maybe in about a week here, about Bitcoin, because we've decided some things. But as far as trading it, we'll wait till Sunday, because that's more up our alley. We don't want to buy something just because everybody else is buying it. We don't want to buy something. One of the biggest mistakes you can make in trading, and you've heard this saying before, is FOMO, right? Fear of missing out, right? You see all these guys, man. You got a friend that bought a Bitcoin 2 days ago, and he's already made $5,000 on it. So now oh my God, I'm missing the boat. I'm missing the boat. So you buy at the top, and you lose all your money. So, fear of missing out, it's kind of a dangerous thing. You should never trade on emotions. Never trade on emotions. That's why one of the biggest things we tell new traders, especially with our newsletter service, we'll get a lot of new traders. Um, we always tell that keep your emotions in check, because absolutely that is the worst reason to make a trade there is possible. So should you buy Bitcoin? Um, that's a good question. That's a personal question. That's up to you. We're not buying Bitcoin right now. What we're going to do is wait till Sunday till this futures contract comes out, and then we'll see how it digests into the market over Monday, maybe Tuesday, and as always, we'll keep you updated. And so we got some big stuff to keep watching the show, right? I mean, we've got the revamp of the trading room, the video room. Uh, we've got Bitcoin futures contracts coming out, and we did a new play today. Excuse me. So we'll check it out. But so the new and current plays. Right now, you guys know we're in a XRT short. That's the retail ETF, and we're gonna stick with that. XRT today was, excuse me while I check this out. XRT was actually up about another 30 cents today, about 0.5%. But we're not worried right now. Okay, we're pretty far out on those options, and we might actually add another level to them if we start seeing it play into our direction. Like we said, with the big government shutdown possible tomorrow, this news cycle could just really go upside down. Of course, the big thing in the news cycle today too was Al Franken sort of resigned. That was kind of an interesting thing. He said he'd be resigning. He's announcing he'll be resigning in the uh, coming weeks. Excuse me, reviewers. I just saw a question. Um, I'll get to that in just a second. Samuel, thank you. Um, but with all this stuff in the market right now, let's keep the shorts where they are because they're not at the point where they're really destroyed or anything like that. They're not looking as pretty as we'd like them to. But sometimes a little patience with the trade. We're waiting for the catalyst. Let's see the catalyst come. Now the XLP trade, that one is really gelling. We're still up. We had told our subscribers to sell half. It's plus 600%, and we're still holding the other half. So we're still up about on this leftover portion about 80%. So let's let that ride. Again, those are all the way out to January too, and consumer products generally do well over the next few weeks. So let's see how that works out. And then, of course, we're short on the spider. We'll keep that short, like we were saying yesterday. We'll keep that short at least until tomorrow when we start seeing this, how this government shutdown potentially plays out. So we'll see how Trump handles Pelosi and Schumer this time. Remember the last time these guys met? Schumer and Pelosi came out like they had just had a love fest for the Times, right? Schumer was claiming that he got this and he got that and all this stuff, but Trump had made the deal. So let's see how this works out. Then, of course, yesterday we told you we opened an oil play with ConocoPhillips. We really like that play. ConocoPhillips was up about 16 cents today, but oil had a nice rebound. Let me just check the quote on oil real quick here. Yeah, see, oil ended up closing up about 1.5%, which is a nice rebound from yesterday's news. And that's what we were telling you is that, we had that draw up on the U.S. supply. So everybody was thinking, well, maybe demand's waning. But then now we've got one of the big oil producing companies might have a big strike going on. But you see how that news flow switches so much. So you just go with the technicals. I mean, even with yesterday's sell-off, it still held that 55, 56 level. Today it pumped right back up to almost 57, and it's looking real good. It's actually there's a potential strike in Nigeria that might affect the supply chain. So, and there might have been some short covering too. So we'll see. So those are the plays we are currently in. We're currently in XRT, XLP, Spider, and the COP. If you've been following along on the show, that we've been in those plays actually for a little while. Let me just pull something up here for Samuel's question. Samuel's got a great question, but let's talk about what we bought today, okay? What did we buy today? We bought gold, okay? You probably think, man, those guys are crazy over at Financial Reboot. Gold ended up the day down, I believe it was 18 points. I think spot finished the trading session spot finished the trading session at about 12:48. So I'm sorry, gang, man. I'm getting comments and stuff. I'm just getting used to this, so please bear with me. But it's a lot of fun, man. You guys post your comments, post your questions. I'll get to them. I'll figure this out eventually, Old dog learning a new trick, but I'm pretty good at wagging my tail. So, look, Yahoo. That's what Samuel's asking about, Yahoo. Yahoo is not a stock anymore, brother. Yahoo is Alibaba now. But here's Samuel's question for you guys. So is there any news on Yahoo lately? I'm kind of surprised they're still afloat. What supports that company from going under? Well, here's what supports that company from going under, Samuel. They got bought out. They no longer have to support themselves. They are now under somebody else's life support. And so really what happens with that is they just become an asset of another company, right? So if you're in the Yahoo trade for whatever reason, you should be long gone out of this trade right now. the prudent thing would be long gone out of this trade. But it's not gonna. Let me just double check something here, Samuel. I'm sorry. But the whole deal is over. So yeah, Yahoo is not trading. That's why too. Haven't even thought about Yahoo for weeks. But Yahoo was a dying brand. The CEO. See, I can't even remember her name, but remember the CEO. She ran that thing into the ground. She just destroyed it. Most people I know don't even use Yahoo Finance anymore. So it's a crippled company. It needed to be bought. The only way it could stay afloat was to be bought. So yeah, you should be surprised that they are afloat. But the only reason they're afloat is not due to their own doing. It's because they got bought and they're incorporated into another company, which is supporting them. At some point, Yahoo will really be dismantled. And what I mean by that is there's some value to Yahoo. There's a user base, there's some technology involved. But what Yahoo does not have any value is the website. The website is crap. Yahoo Finance is crap. Yahoo News. Oh my God, that's one of the most biased news on the thing. You guys think CNN and MSNBC is liberal based. Yahoo News is the worst, and it's all crap news anyways. It's half-assed journalism. The writing's crap. It's all the guys that couldn't get jobs with the real media companies. Is what it is, Yahoo. So that's really what's happening with Yahoo. It's no longer a company. It's an asset of a larger company, Alibaba, and really, they just bought it for some of the assets within it. They'll dismantle it. You guys ever see the movie Pretty Woman? Do you remember what Richard Gere's profession was in Pretty Women, or Pretty Woman? The one with what was her name, Julia Roberts? His profession was he bought and dismantled companies. Well, that's what Jack Ma just did with Yahoo, and it's good, man. Get that piece of crap off the internet. It's just wasting bandwidth. That's my opinion. Let's. Oh yes. So real quick, look. If you guys want to follow us, if you guys want to really get in on everything, if you guys want the best deal on the internet, that's your sign up for the website or for the newsletter. I'm sorry. In $7 for the first month. I forget what it was after that, but look, Samuel's only got a certain amount of slots, and we're coordinating this with the revamp of the show. So as soon as I think Samuel's got like 6 or 7 slots, we only take a certain amount of people on the newsletter, and the reason we do that is we give some service and some benefits that no other newsletter gives. And in order to give that properly, we can only have a certain amount of people. The trading team's only so big, even with as many people as we have. I mean, if everybody's asking a question who's got a problem at the same time, we take care of our newsletter subscribers. That's one thing at Financial Reboot. That's different from other newsletters. There's no man left behind. If we're making money, everyone's making money. If one person has a problem, we all fix it. And there's a lot of benefits to this. So if you want, you click the link. We'll put it down in the comments too, so it'll be a clickable link. I know the one on the thing's not, but on the screen right now it's not. But this newsletter service. So anyways, so Samuel's coordinating this. Samuel in the office, trying to fill these 5, 6. I think it might be 7 spots, but if I'm not mistaken, he's looking for 5 subscribers. We wanted to coordinate it with the revamp and stuff, right? So these new subscribers come in, they're in the palace already. The Taj Mahal of trading. That's what we're calling this room. I'm naming it right now. So if you guys are interested, you guys go ahead and check out that newsletter. When you click the link, it'll take you to the page. It'll tell you all the benefits of the room. I'm telling you, you will be shocked, okay? And if you are interested and you don't sign up, you'll regret it. So, look, that's the way the market went today. But we bought gold today, and let's get back on subject. So Yahoo is no longer a company, Samuel. It's just assets for another company, and it's probably going to be dismantled soon. So, but that was a great question, Samuel. Thank you. We bought gold today, and what we bought was we bought 12.29 expiration calls at a $122 strike. I think we paid about 24 cents a contract for them, something like that. When we put the call out, gold was actually kind of stable, and then towards the last hour of the day was kind of split into two phases. What happened was the first half hour of the last hour, gold really, really bottomed, and then once it hit a nice little bottom there, it was about 12.48 on the spot, and it started to pick up. So it had a nice green bar at the end of the last trading bar was a nice green one, and it's probably people doing the same thing we were doing. You just don't know what this government's shut down. With this whole thing with the politics and stuff. Now we actually saw an article where somebody says, I think it was a Washington Post and CNN. They're actually finishing up an expose where they're going to name about 20 to 30 more politicians. So this thing is taking no prisoners. If you're a male and you're in a position, a well-paid position, you might want to make sure that your past is clean. So the big thing was Al Franken. And just, let's don't pile on Al Franken. Let's don't pile on anybody. Ultimately, look, this is a bad thing for the country, so we shouldn't be gloating over it. We shouldn't be gloating over John Conyers. We shouldn't be gloating over Al Franken. We shouldn't be gloating over anything like this, because really the ones that pay the price are us. Because there's a lot of people that believe an Al Franken really, really is changing the world and is moving the country forward and stuff. We've lost that asset now, right? And if you like him or hate him, he's very dedicated and stuff. So, and it goes that way for all of them, And it's just a shame. The ones that really pay the price, besides the victims, of course, let's don't marginalize what's happened to them. But really the people that suffer over this are the American people. So we wanted to just stop. All of men behaving badly, just stop. So, but he gave his speech today, and really what happened with this speech, I'm going to tell you guys what this speech was all about. This speech was all about 2018. What the Democrats are doing is they're taking you see, a week ago, they weren't jumping on this bandwagon. They were kind of softly endorsing. What's happened is Trump came out yesterday and endorsed Roy Moore. So there's actually a connection here. When Al Franken talked his resignation, this is the day after Pelosi and all these people came out with a coordinated, you need to resign. That was an about face from the previous days. So what they're doing is they're taking the side of chivalry right now, the Democrats. So yesterday, they all got in front of the cameras and they got into everybody, right? And it looks like I froze up on my end. Shoot. But I'll just finish, okay? So it looks like they, oh my goodness. Let's see if this comes back. What's going on here? The joy of live. The joy of live. I think we've frozen up again, so I'm gonna cut the show right now because on my end it's not showing anything. So I guess we're still having that same problem with the software. So let's just call it a show. Remember, we're long on gold. Bitcoin, we're waiting till Sunday. And let's see if we can get this resolved before tomorrow's show. Okay? We'll talk to you soon. Aloha.